All right, so back on the 75 Ford today with the vinyl top mess. So got done priming it all up, right? Sat for 48 hours. What we're gonna do is over here, you can hear it where it's really rough, okay? Trying to get the gun over there. It goes on pretty dry. Its sides are real nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over it all. I know there was a spot over there that I kind of missed when I was blocking it with the sander. So I'm gonna go over the whole thing. I'm gonna hit the high spots. I'm gonna knock it down with 220 dry. All right, we're gonna put some guide coat on it. So we use guide coat against that, okay? I'm gonna hit the high spots. I'm gonna see with the 220 and then probably go right down to 600. All right, so let me check this out. I'll show you basically the guide coat, right, is gonna you just put the guide coat on like that. And all it does is make a little film on the top. If you guys never seen this done, it's pretty cool. The reason it's called guide coated, it guides you. You try doing this without guide coat, it could be done, but you don't know how much you're taking off, right? You don't know if there's any high spots or low spots. It's like when you use the powder, same thing. Let me do this side and I'll show you. All right, so basically you're doing that, right? And that'll show you how smooth or whatever you want to call it, how much of it comes off. So now what happens is you're gonna sand flat against that until all the black disappears and it's just white. Okay. I'll show you a spot when Josh gets in here. I'll show you a spot while he's holding the camera, because doing this and doing the camera, it's a lot harder to do. But basically the whole car gets covered with this, and you can put this on as kind of heavy as you want depending on what you're doing. I'm sure this is going to be plenty. Okay, so basically you're checking your height, and if I can explain this on a different basis, it will look like, let me get a pen and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so first you got to make sure you have coffee so that you can have a nice day. So you're looking at that when you spray stuff on, you're spraying it on this way, right? So let's look at it from, instead of looking at it like this, let's say, right, flat, let's look at it this way. Okay, so looking at it that way, there's ups and downs and up and down and little spikes, and maybe there's little holes and this, and you know, there's a scratch. All right, so make sure you have a good day. So now, the reason that you put the guide coat on is, so if you're blocking, when you're looking at something, you're spraying like this, so everything is flat, you don't really see anything. So let's look at it from this angle, right? Like this, so linear this way. What happens is, when you're looking at it like that, okay, from looking at it like this, it's a scratch, right? But it's a scratch, but you don't see it really. But looking at it from the side, right, the side of that, that's what the scratch looks like. It's got a scratch like that, or it might have like a high spot or something like that. So let's show it like this. So this is your roof line or whatever from this angle.
Your surface.
Right, your surface with little scratches. Some are deep, little hole, little pinhole, and right like that. So now you're spraying this 2K primer, and the 2K primer fills in fills in, 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 and you're building up a layer of stuff, right? Like that. But now when you're building up the layer, you know, it could be high, low, whatever. These little dips kind of take over and go in or whatever like that. So now you're looking at it and it's like kind of a rough mess, like I showed you on the roof. Okay, I already started blocking this side. Now you're taking your block, okay, looking at it like this again, and you're going like that, right? Okay, well, there was a scratch there. Now there's primer inside there, and there's primer all the way around. So where's the scratch? Are you going to sand too much? You don't know. So now, because you sprayed all your stuff on it, right? It's one big glob, let's say. So now you spray your guide coat on it, and the guide coat is really, really fine, and it gets into every little nook and cranny, and it also covers the surface. So now when you're doing this, you got to make sure it's flat, okay, or contoured. A lot of guys use these contoured ones, but basically flat surface, a bigger surface, right? And when you're sanding now, you're taking the guide coat off. I'm going to show you. Until you'll basically see that black line, because the guide coat actually went into that little line. And now you keep sanding until the line goes away without breaking through the two sides. Looking at it from this end, you're sanding this until you're flat again. Okay, so now you're taking all that ugly material off and you're flat again to the roof line. All these things are all filled. Okay, so let me get a piece of new paper on here. I'm going to show you on that side. Right here to show you. So there were definitely scratches and stuff here. All right, new piece of paper. I'm just going to do a small spot. This takes a long freaking time because you got to, all right, so see where the bodywork was? Okay, remember I crisscrossed? See how it all comes up? If you left it, you'd see that later. Okay, so you can't just leave that. Now, right? If you didn't have that, what will you be sanding? You don't even know what you're sanding. So when you're dry blocking, you got to make sure that the paper's always clean. All right, there you go. There's your surface. So see like the scratches coming up? Okay. So now, right? Okay, see the line going away? There was a line rail here. See it? Look. See the lines? Now they start going away. So when you start looking at this, so right there, that's a perfect example. Remember I said the little low spot, right? Well, there's a little, that would be a little low spot, but there's a lot of material around it. So now, all right, so let's show you with that, right? So you're gonna basically block it. All right, you don't want to go in there and sand the little thing because you're making a hole. So you got to keep the area flat. Here's another spot like that. Okay, because when you're doing Bondo, that stuff sinks. That's why you got to let it sit. And you put the black stuff on it, because if you don't put the black stuff on it, it'll keep sinking and sinking. Okay. All right. That's it. That's as good as you're going to get. See that black shadow coming out? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. All right. That's the black underneath. So you don't want to, that's as far as you want to go. You'll never, ever see that. I mean, we're looking at it. We're 2 inches away from it. Okay. You'll never see that, because the other thing is now when you paint and clear over it, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to, same thing. it's gonna fill in, and then when you block the, or you flow the clear, it'll smooth it right out. Alright, so. Right, like that. And that's why your arms hurt when you're doing this, so. Right? That's it. Now it's smooth, okay? I'll do the whole car, okay? And you can see how it comes out as you go. It'll all look like that, okay? All right. Okay. All blocked. Hit it again with 600. We are good. Wiping it down, final wipe. Getting ready to mix some paint. Got some beautiful white paint going on this thing. So, see how it looks. All right, stay tuned. Okie dokie. All right, painting white. Enjoy the music.
We got the first light coat on it. Mixing some more paint. Looks good though. Get the next coat on it. Alright, last coat. Alright, mix it clear. This has got a nice, little bit dry now. Got the heater on. Get the clear going. Here we go. No, I got to break it up for like 2 minutes here. Yeah. Yep. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's tacked up. Get the second coat of clear on here now. You good or you need me to help you? Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Came out nice. Look. It looks so good.
Oh, the mosquito went right on it.
Sucker kamikaze jumped right in there.
Got warm out today.
Yeah. Now just leave him, Jill. We'll pick him up tomorrow.
I'll leave him. I'll get him tomorrow.
It's dry, but it's
I'll
like
put a handprint on it.
11 o'clock at night. Oh, yeah. Came back in, check on everything. Let it sit, but it looks good. No hits, no runs, no errors. All right. Unmask it up probably tomorrow or whatever and get the old kamikaze out of there. I can't believe there's a bug in there. I haven't seen a mosquito. I haven't seen a mosquito like since last summer. He had to show up today in here. Anyway, that ain't no big deal. He did a little two-step on there, and then he got stuck like a mouse in a sticky pad. All right, so everything looks good. We'll do the unmasking of it, and then we're gonna detail the rest of the car. I gotta find some clips. I'll look through my stuff and see if I have any clips for the windshield molding. If not, I gotta see if I gotta order some or something. All right, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's all set and done outside. Okie dokie. All right, so came out nice. Out here the next day, here in the morning, I put some of the old clips back on. I'm keeping this one off because I gotta go match that up. I had some, but that little bit of difference, right, won't let it work, so those ain't gonna work. So I need like a dozen more. So I'm gonna go see if I can find some of these at Napa or something before I put that back on, and I'll clean up the molding, put the molding back on. I'll give a shout out to Tommy for helping me out with some questions about the paint, my old mentor, but it actually came out super nice. All right, so Tommy G, you the man. Tony, thank you for answering the phone all the time on me for me, please. I appreciate that. And yep, came out good. So looks nice. All right, let me see if I can find these clips so I can put this thing back together, unmask it, and then we'll finish detailing it and get her done. Josh is gonna come back and do that, put the goop on the inside, so just in case anything leaks, and we're gonna be done with it. All right, I found some at Napa. We'll put them on there and get this thing going. All right. All right, so I got all the trim all nice and cleaned up. And weathered from the weather, whatever, you know, whatever they're stained, but I got all the goop out of them. Got all the clips in all the way around. Had just enough to do that. So this was an old one that didn't have any spring left to it, and that's the one I used as a sample. So we're gonna put the rest of this trim back on. These get put on like that. They go like that together. And then you just snap it all the way around, but it's got to kind of all be in at the same time, so I got to use two hands. All right. Finally got all this molding back on. That's all nice. I'm going to clean the glass up, get the rest of the junk off it. Take this thing outside. All right. Finally got all the tape off. Holy cow. That's the worst, trying to get all the tape back off, especially after it's painted. And then, remember the kamikaze? You gotta look real good, but no body, so it looks like a fossil. But it's like smaller than my pinky, barely. You can barely see it. It's in the middle of the roof. Well, I ain't gonna mess with it. These fossils could stay in there. Be like a hood ornament. All right, I'm gonna back it outside. We're gonna clean it up.
All right. Get a power wash, sprayed it down. You guys can see all the stuff that's on it. Make it look like new. All right, hit it, Johnny. Let it catch up. We gotta prime it. We had it all put away for winter time, but it's nice and warm out, so. Just hit a spot on the roof so you can see what it looks like. On the hood, I mean. Look at all that dirt. It hasn't been washed in a while.
Yeah, coming out nice. After we get all that done, hit it with some compound. Look like a new car. All right. Compounding it. The paint is dead. So, bringing it back. Give it a nice compound, give it a nice shine again. And wash all the crap off it with the brush again. And then we'll bring it inside and give it a nice coat of wax. Okie We got all them stains off around the gas tank, all around the gas cap stuff. That's all nice and cleaned off. It's got chips and stuff, but can't help that. Okie doke. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that. Alright, so anyway, put the glue on there, put the tire back on, we're cleaning out the trunk, vacuuming all the junk out of it. So we're good there. Josh is waxing it, giving it a nice coat of wax. Good to go. Looking good. Okay, all done. We're gonna bring it outside, take a nice couple of shots of it. Even the vinyl molding on the side came out nice. All right, there you have it. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.